What's up? This is John from John Branch 4 Photography, and for Tip Tuesday, let's go ahead and take a quick look at using the adjustment brush and Lightroom CC on the iPad Pro. If you haven't had a chance to jump into editing on your iPad Pro, you really need to give it a try. Lightroom CC on the iPad Pro is dope. Make sure to check out some of my past videos on editing with the iPad Pro, which you can find right up here. And let's go ahead and get into using the adjustment brush. So the adjustment brush is a great way to make changes to specific spots on your photo. For instance, if you wanted to add some skin smoothing to someone, or if you wanted to paint in exposure in a certain area in your photo, it's really awesome. You can really get creative with your photos and really just change them up however you want to. So let's go ahead and jump in a photo real quick. This is from a session I did in a white space. If you haven't checked out that video, you should be able to see it here. Also, I'll leave the link in the description. But this was a cool little session I did. Right now we're looking at all 5 stars, but I can get rid of that. Now we're looking at every photo. Let's jump in a photo real quick and let's just edit it. So to start out, I'm gonna apply my preset, which, little plug, my preset pack is coming soon, very soon. After that, I usually turn up the exposure. Work with the shadows a little bit. Let's go ahead and crop some. We'll get her in the center focus a little bit more. And so here's the photo. The white balance was pretty good coming straight out of the X-T3, so we're all set there. Now for the adjustment brush, it's gonna be this circle here on the right, and then you hit the plus on the left. Once you've hit that plus, you have a couple of different options. The adjustment brush is gonna be the little paintbrush looking thing. Now on the left, you can change the feather or how hard the brush is. You can also change the size. And then what you have to do before you start brushing is you actually have to change what settings you want to change. So for instance, if I wanted to do a skin smooth, I would need to come over to effects, turn down clarity some, maybe turn down texture just a bit. I can also come over to details and turn the sharpness down. And you see, while I'm doing this, it's giving me a preview of what it's gonna look like. So now I can come in and I can paint where I want to. So you see I'm painting it in on the skin. And basically all I'm doing in this photo is getting rid of the sharpening in the skin area. Now, unlike Lightroom Classic, you don't have a masking option, so auto mask, but since you're painting with the pencil, it's actually a little bit easier to stay in the lines per se of wherever you want it to paint in your changes. And now you see I have my adjustments on there, and I can also change stuff. I can change the exposure, and you see that's all the area that was painted on. Once you're done with that, hit done, and you're all done with your adjustments. And that was a quick little video for Tip Tuesday. I hope it helped you out, and maybe you can start using the adjustment brush more often. If you like what you saw or have questions, leave it in the comments, hit that subscribe, and I will be with you all next time. All right, peace.